Martin here, and the last couple of days have been absolutely insane. Picked up 10 Amazon pallets early this week, late last week, and processing them and getting them broken down and seeing what's there and sorting it out. It's a lot of work, and then once you start putting it out there to people, what you got, people, man, it gets absolutely insane. And so I've been just slammed with getting people product, you know what I mean? Like, I love selling stuff to people, so being able to do this is like revived parts of me, like, I love this, I want to do more. So it's been good to be able to do again. And I was thinking about something earlier, because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about different, for lack of a better word, points of accountability. And even my man Wes Watson's been talking a lot about accountability and people saying things that they have no business saying, right? Or talking about things that they shouldn't be talking about. Why? Not because they're not smart enough, or they don't understand the concept, but more because they don't live what they say, and I listen to a lot of people talk about like integrity and willingness, and I struggle with things because I do this too, right? I find excuses not to have to do something, and I'll say, well, nobody else is doing it, so why does it matter, right? And the reality is, because I said I was going to do it, I need to do it, and that's what should matter, right? My words should mean something, and so like this whole like process of doing these videos and working out and trying to get down this body fat and getting back in shape, for the most part, I mean, if nothing else, I've learned a lot about me, right? It's crazy the way I prioritize things in my head. It's crazy the way that I look for excuses not to have to do certain things. It's crazy. I mean, it's amazing to watch the way that I process information in a way that determines how I'm gonna function for the day, right? So what I mean by that is, like, I'm working on daily disciplines that I should do every day, and I don't. And I'll justify it with saying, well, I have to get this done, or I have to get that done, or this is taking a lot of time, whatever excuse I can come up with, right? And the crazy part is, it's not even necessarily the bitch voice that's doing it. It's another voice that's saying, this is more important right now. And I guess you could say that that's the bitch voice, because it's trying to let me off the hook of doing the daily disciplines that I should be doing. And not to say that the things that I'm countering it with aren't just as important. But they're not the things that I want to be doing to create the habits of the person I want to become. Listen to that. They're not the things of the habits that I want to be doing for the person that I want to become. So it's interesting, because as I'm sitting here critiquing people based on what they say, or the videos they're posting, or the quotes they're saying, I had a long conversation with a couple guys that I work with, and listening to some of the rationalization, the justifications they come up with their own heads, I can tell them why they're wrong, because I can see it, right? But the question I have to ask myself is, am I being just as hypocritical by speaking into something that they're doing that I may or may not necessarily be doing myself? And And that's the hard part, right? Being able to look at life in a mirror rather than just a window, right? So I'm not always looking at you and paying attention to what you're doing, but I actually have to reflect on myself and see where I'm at and what I'm doing. And like a couple ways that I do it, and there are people who could do what I do and be totally okay with what I do as acceptable, right? So what I mean by this, so I've been on this kick of putting recovery first, and explaining to people what that means. That no matter what, recovery has to be the most important thing in my world. And for a long time, when I was getting clean, I could have told you 100% without a doubt it was. But as I've been clean longer and have done more work on myself and my spirit, I see the ways that was true, and I see the ways that that's not true. Yes, recovery is most important. I will sacrifice anything to ensure that the things I need to do for recovery get done. Or do I? The showy parts, getting to the meeting, being present, answering the phones, that I do 100% without a doubt. Well, I did. The more personal parts of it that actually bring the transformation in full fold in my life are kind of suspect, right? And I don't write every day like I should. I read most days, but not every day. I don't call my sponsor every day. Now I don't go to a meeting every day. And there were times where I did most of these every day. The writing part I would be suspect on since I've been clean, right? But I would get to a meeting every day, sometimes twice a day. I'd call my sponsor every day, right? I could do those things, which made it look like recovery is most important. But I don't necessarily do the work that ultimately brings the transformation in my life that I should have, or that I desire, right? Because I want to get us beyond the settling for whatever we can get, right? Same thing with my faith. I don't read my Bible every day. I don't even pray every day. So is Jesus most important in my life? Am I obedient to his call and his direction every day? How can I be if I don't pray every day? And how can I be if I'm not reading his word every day? Right? Because that's where I learn about him and what he says and how he leads and directs. But I don't do it. So so it's just it's really it's pushing me to be more, right? Because like I said, it's really easy to fall into this thought process or this mindset. Yeah, I do what I'm supposed to do. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty great from where I used to be. But if I really did what I said, or at least in the manner that I talk about it, like wholeheartedly, to the best of my ability, how great could I be? It's like that when you're playing sports and it's the last game, or it's the toughest game. Coach used to always yell out, "Leave it all on the field, leave it all on the field," right? Like, you play with everything you got, you leave it on the field, right? It's done. Like, you couldn't have done any better. No one could have. You guys all did your absolute best. But I feel like I leave a lot on the table instead. That, yeah, I'm pretty good from where I used to be, but I could be a lot better. And it sucks to think that, because like I like the person I am today, and you know, and I'm sure there's someone going, oh, you're being too hard on yourself, or oh, you're being unrealistic. No, I don't think so. Not at all. I don't think I've been hard enough on myself, which is why I am where I am. I do believe that there's more for me out there, and there's more that I could have been already, but I'm not there. But I know there is somewhere beyond where I'm at today, so I need to get there. I need to get there. Why? Because people are watching, right? And I talk about that all the time. People are watching. And maybe the people who surround me emulate what they see from me. Because I believe they could be better too. So, I feel like I talk about this a lot, that there's a lot of shortage in my life. There's a lot of places where I'm not measuring up to the standard I hold in my mind. That would be very easy to tell people that I do, but that I really don't. So I think this is a call to action, right? I was listening on my walk to Building a Discipleship Culture, 3DM, Mike Breen, right? I listen to it a lot. And he's constantly talking about like pushing to be more like Jesus. What did Jesus do? How did Jesus work? And not to say that I'm trying to be like Jesus, but the whole idea is like, do I see myself living as people in the Bible did? Not even close. And that's ultimately what we're supposed to be aspiring towards, right? Like, be more like Jesus. Be more like his disciples. Be beyond where you are today. Because you're leaving it on the table, not on the field. It's a cold piece. I got some work to do. You know, and I should probably actually start writing down all these awarenesses that I'm having so that I can address them all. Because I'll forget. I always do. But I don't want to. So after this video, I need to spend some time writing to think through all the things that I said that need to be addressed. My wife brought some things to my attention today that I need to address. You know, get stuff done that she asks, or be okay with if she has to go get somebody to do the job. I want her to wait on me until I have time to do the things that she's asking. Or I need to be okay with her hiring somebody and not act like it's an attack on my manhood. Because I thought that today. I'm like, you're attacking my manhood. And she's like, no, I've just been asking for it to get done. And since it's not, I'll find somebody who can do it. And she's like, and it's no knock on you. Like, you're doing a lot. But am I doing the right things all the time? That's the question. Not that I'm being busy. I am being productive. But am I being productive in the right ways all the time? Some things to think through, right? And address and figure out. Because, like I said, I want to be better. I don't want to just give my family what they can get from me. They deserve better. So does God. So do me. I would deserve better of myself. So I just wanted to say, you know, I mean, it's crazy, like, people want to talk about all these topics that they have no ability to do themselves. But it's not even about them, it's about me, right? Because everything ends and begins with me. So until I can measure up the way I'm trying to hold them to a standard, I need to be at that same standard myself. Got some things I got to do. But I'm grateful for the awarenesses so that I have the ability to address it. You know, if nobody's told you today, I just want you guys to know that God loves you, and so do I. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.